Good morning, everyone. I'm going to start going through our checklist and kind of covering the lessons like I normally would in class. That way, if you haven't already done the lessons or you need to check and see that you're doing everything, using the right steps, you'll have a place to go back and look. So for extra math, I'm assuming that you've already gone on extra math at least 3 days and practiced, but we're going to go back and look at adding fractions. So that's going to be our first video today. So we're on the first page of our packet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to model 2 questions, and then I'm going to encourage you to stop the video and do 2 more questions, and then check your work and see that you're ready to go. And if you've already completed it, then you can just check your work. So our first one is we have unlike denominators. So I need to multiply my numerator and my denominator by something to get 24ths, because that is my common denominator. So 3 times what is 24? Well, 3 times 8 is 24ths, and we know if we do it to the bottom, we have to do it to the top because we're multiplying by 1. That's our identity property of multiplication. So 1 times 8 is 8. And now I can add. We add only by adding our numerators and keeping our denominator the same. So 8 plus 9 is 17. If you haven't already written your magic numbers up at the top, like we always do, go ahead and do it. Remember, these are our prime numbers, and it's the fastest way to reduce or simplify. So our prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and 13. Well, I can't divide both the numerator and denominator by 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, or 13. And I can't divide the top by the bottom, so we know that it is simplified. Problem number 2. So our common denominator here is going to be 18ths. So I need to convert my ninths into 18ths. 2 times what is 18? That's going to be 2. 3 times 2, because if I do it to the denominator, I have to do it to the numerator. 3 times 2 is 6. Now we're going to add just our numerators. 6 plus 1 is 7. Our denominators stay the same, 18ths. We're going to see if we can reduce. Can we divide 7 by 2? No. 3? No. 5? No. We can divide numerator by 7, but not the denominator. Not 11, not 13, and we can't divide 7 into 18, so we are reduced. At this point, go ahead and stop your camera or stop your video and go ahead and try out the next 2 problems on your own if you haven't already done them. If you've already done them, you can just keep going. And then I'm going to go ahead now, so I'm assuming you've paused the camera if you haven't completed these, but I'm going to go ahead and start our next ones. So we have 3 and 7. So if you skip count your least common multiples, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. And I know that my multiples of 7 are 7, 14, and 21. So my least common multiple would be 21. Oftentimes you can just multiply your denominators to find your LCM, but we all know that that doesn't work all the time. So we're going to change 1/3 into 21st, and we're going to change 3/7 into 21st. Oops. And 3 times what is 21? 7. If I do it to the bottom, I got to do it to the top. 1 times 7 is 7. 7 times what is 21? 3. If I do it to the bottom, I got to do it to the top. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 7, because we only add our numerators. 9 plus 7 is 16 21st. Okay, so now I need to see if I can reduce. Well, they're not both even, so I can't use 2. They can't both be divided by 3 or 5 or 7. And then 11, 13 can't divide numerator by denominator, so we are done. Last one for today, 6 over 8. So we're going to turn 6/8 into 16ths because I know 8 times 2 is 16. So 6 times 2 is 12. 12 plus 8 is 20/16. Now this is one where you're going to have to pull out your wholes. So I'm going to think, how can I pull out a whole from 20/16? So what is a whole 1/16. Well, 16 out of 16. And if I pulled 16/16 out, I need to pull 4/16 out after that. All right, so now I'm going to turn this into an actual mixed number. So I have 1 and 4/16, but I'm pretty sure I can reduce because these are both even. So if you're not sure, some of you might already see 4 goes into 16. I can reduce it that way. But if you're not sure, just stick with 2's, and you can keep doing 2's as long as you need to get it down. So we're going to divide 4 by 2, which is 2, 16 by 2, which is 8. Oh, they're still even. I'm going to do it again. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. I know that 1 and 4 are as small as they can get. They don't have anything in common except themselves, so we're good to go. 1 and 1/4, a mixed number. So I'm going to stop here for this lesson. If you have any questions or if you want the answer key, I'd be happy to send you something, a picture of this completed where you could check your work. But I'd like you to send me a picture of your completed sheet first. So if you take a quick snapshot or screenshot of your picture and text it to me through Dojo, I'd be happy to send you a picture of this completed so you can check your answers. Or you can obviously ask a parent or a loved one to help you as well. Hope everyone's doing good. I'm going to go ahead and move forward and put some other videos on here as well.